1.
Right, in this problem here, we're going to be finding the equation of the tangent line that passes through a given point on the curve. We'll call our function r. And we will look down when we say this. R of x is equal to, let's see here, let me think, x minus 2. Now remember, you'll have to find the derivative using that limit process. And that's something I covered in the last two sections. We're going to need to find r prime. If you followed me on the last four problems, then you should know where we're going with this. So we'll need to find r prime, but the goal here, remember, is to find y is equal to mx plus b. And I've been using, to get to that point, we've been doing y minus the point slope form to find that equation. Y minus y1, I've just been writing it like this, and x minus x of 1. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is first correct that mistake. First thing we want to do is we're going to find m, and then we're going to plug in our point, which I haven't even written up there yet. We're going to plug our point in and then solve for y in this problem. And the point we're going to plug in is, let's see, let me think here. How about 3? If I plug 3 in, what do we get? We get 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Oh. All right, let's take a look at the graph here, see what we got. So at 3, negative 2, let's see what we got here. So here's the graph, and 3, okay, there's 3. Right there. Okay, so we're going to be looking for the tangent line that passes through that point, 3, negative 2. I wonder if I can write that in. Let's try this, see if this thing will identify a point. Whoops. 3, negative 2. I've never used this graphing calculator. Yeah, there's the point right there. Okay, so we want to find that tangent line. So as you can see here that the slope we do know is going to be positive, right? The slope of the tangent line is going to be positive. So if our answer comes up to being negative, we know we've done something wrong. We know we've done something wrong. All right. Okay, so I'm going to look at this and tell what the derivative is going to be. Okay, I think I got it. 2x. Yeah, let's get in the box there. 2x. I think 2x minus 4 is the derivative. Pretty sure. Yeah. And I'll let you use the limit process figuring that out, which I went over in the last two sections. We want to plug in our x coordinate. We get 2 times 3 and minus 4. Right, so we want to go ahead and simplify that. We're going to have 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay, so it looks to me like that the slope m, I think we're using a small m is equal to 2. Okay, well, we got everything we need now. So let's go down here, or why don't we just do this? Y minus y1. So that would be our negative 2. And notice I'm putting parentheses around this, okay? The reason for that is because of this minus sign out here. All right. Our slope is 2. We have x minus 3. And now what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to simplify this thing down. So we want to solve for y. We've got a minus out here, a negative, so that's going to make that a positive 2. And I'm going to go ahead and distribute this 2 across here. So we have 2x minus, and the 2 times the minus 3 here is going to make that a minus 6. All right. And of course, what we'll want to do now is we're going to want to add 2 to both sides. Whoops. Scratch that. Subtract 2 from both sides. So we've got to get rid of this 2. We're trying to isolate this y. So we subtract 2 from both sides. Right, and then we're going to go ahead and simplify that. Come up on the screen a little bit. All right, so we end up with y is equal to, all right, so that's going to be 0. We got negative 6, negative 2, that's 6, 7, 8. So we have 2x minus 8. All right, see that? 2x minus 8. Okay. Now, you should be able to take this point, take this x value, and plug it into here, and your y better be negative 2. Okay, because remember, this is a point on the graph, okay, and that tangent line is passing through that point. So they both share, what they have in common is this point right here. If I plugged in 3, I get 6, and 6 minus 8 is negative 2. All right, let's go back to the graph, 2x minus 8. Okay, 2x minus 8. Ah, look at that. There it is. All right, so this time it's a black line. Never know what it's going to be. And it's the line that's tangent to this red line, which is our curve, passing through the point 3, negative 2. All right, passing through the point 3, negative 2. Okay, so we basically swept the floor with that one. All right, so that's going to end. I think I'm trying to work about 5 problems for each section. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting into basically the shortcut method of finding the derivative, okay, of the function. And we'll start with the constant rule. This will be in the next section. All right. See, learning calculus is pretty easy, let me tell you. It really is. All right, I'll see you in the next section on the basic differentiation rules.